knockouts, TonyaTko here, and I'm just getting started for the day. The sun is already up high in the sky and it's hot as I don't know what out here. Today I want to talk about black issues. I want to do a follow-up to the video that I did yesterday about, the black component of what's going on right now. But I also want to follow that up by talking about being pliant and being buoyant and kind of figuring out the difference between reality, what is real, what is not real, and those sorts of things. Let me try to hurry up. And I'm wearing a dress today, so I want to get that on so that I can my headset. Let me do this. Oh man. Okay. So listen. I wanna. Oh, where's my microphone? I hope you can hear me. I wanna talk about how easy it is to get sucked into thinking that what it is that you see is reality. Because you know what? As a matter of fact, it's like there's so many people who are doing the not so right thing. I don't want to say wrong thing because everybody's doing the best that they can, but there's some people who are doing things that could be done a bit differently, right? And it's like, you know what, I'll cut to the chase. Basically, it's like, how they say the empty barrel makes the most sound? And it's like, you know what, I realized that, it's like people will talk about the kids on the train who are making the most noise and all this other stuff, right? They'll talk about the people who are acting up, right? But there'll be a plethora of people who will be sitting around doing the right thing, who no one ever notices. And so in terms of like the video that I did yesterday, where I was talking about how, looking at the faces of all these black men who were coming out attacking me, and I have to realize, I'm sorry, oil my feet because it's so dry out here. But listen, so it's like, I feel like even I kind of got caught up in this, but I have to keep in mind what reality is. It's like, in reality, if I look, and then also, it dawned on me, and people were commenting this, and it really did dawn on me, it's like these people who were making their comments online, gotta find my flip-flops, give me 1 second. These people who are making these comments online, first of all, who knows who these people are? Who knows if they're really black men? Because you see their picture. It's like, you see these pictures on the internet, or rather these mug shots, and you see these avatars on the internet, and we don't really know if these are really black people. We don't really know if this is the same black person with multiple accounts who are, but it just goes to show you how easy it is to fall prey to, falling into negativity, falling into negative thought, falling into, how do I put it? I feel like I'm so distracted because I'm trying to get ready, but I feel like I'm mostly ready now. Today I want to try to put on some makeup. I don't know if it's because I'm a woman or whatnot, but I'm tired of looking kind of crazy. I want to look okay sometimes too. It's like I don't want to, and then also, it's like last night I couldn't really sleep because today, I told you guys the other day that I was able to stay inside someone's home for a few days. And, my makeup is so hot. Oh my goodness. I hope this stuff has not melted. Well, a lot of it looks melted. Well. I'm going to have to make sure. It's like pudding. Oh no, I need to do better than this. I can't keep this in the car like that. But listen, because this is supposed to be hard. It's not supposed to be soft like that. Listen, I'm going to say this, right? And you know what? And I apologize. I apologize to all of the black men who have come forward. It's like some of your avatars don't reflect black men, but if I think about the people who have assisted me in real life, and when I think about who, I don't know, when I think of the face of black men and black women who have assisted me in real life, I have to pay homage to all of the droves of people who have come forward and who have stepped up to help and to assist me in the ways that they have. So I need to always be cognizant, even on the down days. And like, it's so easy to kind of fall prey into that. Listen, you guys know how I feel about my eyebrows. They get my eyebrows on. Yes. And so, it's like, I have to apologize, because when I sit down and I think about, Kevin Brown and Jay and Gary and Marcus and Maurice and, all of the black men who have come forward and who have stepped up and who have stepped to the plate and helped your girl, I can't let some people from the internet whom I don't know, whom I will never come into contact with, whose lives are something that I can't attest for, and whose authenticity of their real blackness I can't attest for either. But I will say this, you know what? But there have been real actual black men who have made videos about me and have caused a lot of the melee for some of these people who may or may not be black men to come forward. We're in such an interesting time, aren't we? We're in such an interesting time, because let me see if at least the pencil's not melted. We're in such an interesting time because it's like there's such a rift between black people, black men, black women, and it's like, I feel like this is a test for me. It's like I put up that meme, it's easy, and you can see that on my Instagram. It's easy. Being hard is easy. But it's like being soft, which really, it's being soft that requires the real strength. And it's like, after a situation like this, how do I still remain soft? It's like, how do I still remain pliant and pliable? How do I do that? Okay, I feel all right. Let me see if I can get some eyeliner on here. Wow, everything is so hot. It's like boiling. This thing is like puffed to the core. Nonetheless, this has definitely been a strengthening exercise for me. And I've learned a lot about people. I've learned a lot about myself. And it's like, some of the people who are coming forward because they're upset that when they needed help, they felt like no one was there for them. And you know what? When I had that surgery in 2007 and I needed help then, I reached out to my friends and my families. And as a result, I had to really cut a lot of people off from my life at that time. But this situation has taught me that sometimes family, listen, hear me, sometimes family comes in different packages that you weren't really expecting. Sometimes it comes in packages that you weren't really expecting. I also want to give a shout out to Antoine and also Jeremy, people who have black men who have also been there for me. That's why it's like, you know what, I gotta be careful. I think we all have to be careful. Oh, look at me. Oh, go girl. All right, look at me. Okay. All right. I'm feeling better already. I don't know if anybody else out there feels like that, but because I like to have my eyebrows. Yes, honey. Yes, I'm feeling better. All right. So let me get on the road, because I need to head to the YouTube space right now, because my food is there and I'm so hungry. I'm gonna put something on my lips. But you know what? It's like we all have to be careful. We all have to be careful not to let little instances and little examples, small sections of the population, become a rule for the whole. We gotta listen. We gotta stay open and we got to stay, I don't want to say moist. That's going to start not sounding right. But we have to, I don't know, I can't think of any other way to describe it besides we got to stay soft and we got to stay pliable and we got to continue to be malleable by life, because it's so easy to get hardened. Like a lot of the people who are writing, you know, these angry comments, they're writing these comments, you know, about black women this and black women that, because apparently they've been hurt by so much stuff in life. And so they are, I don't know, but you see, this thing is, I don't want that to become me. It's like, even though some people are acting kind of crazy and doing all this other stuff, I gotta remain vigilant in keeping my mind open about what is and who is and what is not and what is not truth. So this is a test for me. It's like, you know, when you see a certain something coming for you, coming at you, coming towards you, trying to harm you, how do you not associate everybody who looks like that with that which is trying to kind of, in your opinion, hold you down, hold you back, whatever. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? So that's really all I wanted to say. I'm feeling so much better. So listen, last night I couldn't sleep because I know that tomorrow's my last day being able to stay there. I don't know if it's the day like I need to leave in the day, or if I need to, I don't know if tonight is my last night or if tomorrow's my last night. I gotta text her and find out, because she told me, you know, Thursday was the last day. So and then also I need to kind of think about what my next move is, because you know what, the GoFundMe is about 87% funded right now. And I gotta think, okay, so you know, I need the money for the down payment, and I don't want to do any more of those crazy driving techniques that, listen, I was some wildness the other day, wasn't it? So listen, I got to think about what I'm going to do next. Okay, so I have this money that I need for the down payment. Do I use a few hundred of that to stay someplace for this upcoming week? Because I need every single penny for, not down payment, first month, last month, and a month's rent. So it's like, you know, I was staying in my car because I wanted to save up money so that I would be able to do not a down payment. I don't know why I keep saying down payment. See, my mind is thinking buy, you know, but I'm still in the renting category. But yeah, so it's like, do I use some of that money to stay indoors somewhere? Because I can't imagine, after spending, you know, 4 days inside of a bed, I can't imagine going back to sleeping in my car and all of the things that come along with sleeping in the car. You know what, it's like, I don't know if I have it in me to go back to that. But I know what I gotta think, because it's like, you know, I'm out here, my eye is on the prize. And I gotta think long term, you know. It's like, but long term, you know, keeping myself healthy, keeping myself safe is a part of long term as well. So I gotta kind of try to figure that out. Like, do I spend the money on a week now and possibly not have enough, or do I think I know. I was about to say something. I'm about to pull up at the YouTube. I was about to say something. I entered into this contest. They're having this contest at YouTube where if you win the contest, you can get $2,500 towards production. So I entered that contest today, and but you know what, the thing is, the rules for it are that you're not supposed to have more than 100,000 subscribers, and I have more than 100,000. So I don't even know, I'm not even technically eligible to win the contest. But if they do, I don't know if they mean you can't have more than 100,000, or if you, I don't know, because at this point I have like 112,000. So I don't even know if I'm eligible. But if that is the case, you know, they'll show you how to, you know, increase your production value and stuff like that, and then also they'll give you $2,500 towards production. So I'm excited about that, because I really, 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 really would love to not only get the lessons on production, but then also be able to get the money for the production too. That way, that could free up a lot of the insecurity that I'm having about whether or not. See, the thing is, I say most likely I'm gonna spend the money on somewhere to stay because I don't think I could go back to sleeping in my car like that anymore. But it was like, it was when it was what I had to do to survive, when it was what I needed to do to try to, hold on to make ends meet, I did it. But now, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens because you know what, I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna get out of here, right? This is the last thing that I'm gonna say about the whole black issue, this, that, and the other thing, right? All right. And I don't know how people are going to take this, right? I'm going to say it anyway. All right. Oh, I got to come up with the courage to be able to say this out loud. Okay. Hear me and hear me good, and know that I'm saying this because as you're hearing this, I'm going through this as well. So I don't have everything all figured out. I'm really working through a lot of different ideas and a lot of different feelings, a lot of different emotions, and a lot. So I know I need to close this sunroof, and I don't really want to say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway, right? Okay. I know you guys are not gonna take this well, so I might as well just spit it out. Let me put on some lip gloss. Let me put on some lip gloss. Okay. Ooh. And then also shout out to Travis, another black man who helped me. It's like, I really have to just look at reality, at what's really going on, not, some nameless people. Oh, maybe that's a little too much. What am I doing? This thing done boiled and turned into solid gold. Oh, Lord. Okay, hold on. Let me cook some of this off. Okay, listen. All right. Okay. Today, well, a subscriber of mine put me into contact with an associate of hers or a friend of hers who is currently in Israel, right? And he has a name that I've seen on a box of matzah crackers, so I can assume that he's Jewish, right? And he contacted me today, and he was like, "Tell me what it is that you need," right? He was like, "How can I be of assistance to you?" And so it was like I started rattling off what happened to me and what it is that I need, the tax stuff that happened to me, my living situation, the fact that I need to find some place to stay. And he was like, He was like, I got an associate. I have an associate who does this. I have an associate who does that. I have an associate who does that. He had a big network of different people who have different resources. He knows a realtor. He knows this. He knows that. He knows this, right? I'm in pain as I'm saying this. It hurts because it's like, on the one hand, on the internet, a lot of the pushback that I've been getting have been from people who seem black. If not even just the comments, but the videos that have been made about me. Okay. People like, "Oh, you scamming, you doing this, you lying, you this, you that," right? When this man contacted me, he didn't contact me talking about, "Oh, is this a scam? Is this some..." No, he was like, "What do you need?" Right? And not only what do you need, have a network of people in his network that have resources on deck, ready to assist. And it's like, when I think about the flip side of that, us as black people and the networks that we don't have, the resources that we don't share, the contacts that we don't even know. And it's like, I don't know. I don't know. Listen, talk to me, because I don't know. Because, it's like, and I remember, what comes to mind is I remember when I had the loft in Brooklyn, right? My landlord was Jewish. And even though it's hot out here, I'm going to get my jacket on because I'm about to walk into the space and it's really cool in here. And plus that sun is burning my arm. Okay, my landlord, who was Jewish, he came to my loft, and he was like, he had another tenant who was selling jars and bottles. And so he was like, oh, he was like, I don't know if you've ever heard this word. It was like a Yiddish word. He was like, I'm doing a whatever, it was the Yiddish word. And he was like, you sell skincare, this guy sells jars and bottles, so I'm bringing you two together. Maybe some Jewish people out there will know the word for that. I don't know what he called it. It was like a kind of like a swap meet or meet and greet or whatever it was he called it. But it was like it was a Yiddish word that I can't recall. But nonetheless, right? And it was like, it's that air of, and it was like, listen, and when I went to move out of that loft, he had a bunch of different realtors who were all Jewish who came by to show the space to different people so it was like the resources flowed up from them, because when it was time, and then also, this is the thing, when I was, look, I should have gotten help a long time ago. When I needed an accountant, he had a network of accountants, a network of lawyers, a network of all these different things. But he said that the level of business that he was in, that his accountant was outside of my level. So it was like, Black people, I don't want to say we got to do better, but we got to do something different. We got to do something different. We got to do something different. And I know, who am I to talk? And I'm asking us to come together and pool our resources so that somebody whom many of you resonate with and who have found help from, so that you can support me in moving towards creating this show. I mean, that's why I'm out here. Because yes, going back to New York is an option. But my spirit, it's like, first of all, I'm going to say this. I was miserable at TKO Skin towards the end, because I felt like the song that I had inside of me was dying. And I felt like I was a hypocrite. With that. Like, sleeping in the back of my car, the sacrifice, doing that so that I could stay in LA to continue to pursue. Like, some people are like, why are you asking for money for a camera person? Because this car sleeping is temporary. It's not going to last forever. But what am I going to do once I get out of this car? Do I just continue to just sit around for months and be like, oh, let's just let everything just go? No, I'm continuing on the grind. Get up every day, grind, get networking, meeting people, talking about collaborations, taking classes, entering contests, just staying on the grind, because this is it right here. I'm doing it. All engines, listen. What is it? All engines fired, all pistons up, all just revved up, all in. I'm going towards this. And all engines revved, going towards this goal. And it's like, you know what? It's like people see what the dream looks like afterwards. But it's like when you read all those people talking about, oh, Robert Kiyosaki lived in his car with his wife. Different people who have written to me talking about they've lived in the car with their kids. This is what it looks like when you're going towards your goal. This is what it looks like when you're going towards your dream. Right here, you put all in, do or die. You know what it's like? Some people criticizing me and saying all this stuff, coming online, this, that, and the other, coming. Listen, people don't really understand. I'm willing to, I don't want to say sacrifice my life. I'm willing to dedicate my life to this dream. Dedicate my life to it. That's why I would rather sleep in my car, because my intuition, my spirit told me this is the place that I need to be. Los Angeles, do or die. LA or bust. This is it. This is it right here. And I'm moving forward. I'm pushing on and I'm going full throttle towards it. Because my spirit, listen, I know, it's like, this is not, it's like, I go to sleep at night, but this is not reality for me, because this is 1 month. This is 1 month out of 12. Today is 1 day out of 365 of the rest of the days that I have to live. 1 month, even if this situation lasts 2 months. When I'm old and gray and I'm sitting back in my chair and I'm looking back over the course of my life, and I look and I feel and I remember what it is that I went through, I know that I can say that I have tried. I have done everything in my power. I gave it all that I had. Nothing will stop me. I'm pushing forward all the way. So it's like when I was laying in the car at night, I did not see this as my end point. I did not see this as my end goal. I saw that I was going further than here. It's like I would lay back at night when it was chilly and I had my sleeping bag over me, and I would see, and I can imagine, I can see it, I can taste it, I can feel it. It's so close. It's so close. So no, I'm not stopping now. I'm not stopping here. This is not it. So why do I ask for money for a cameraman, for graphic people? Because I know that this is only temporary. This is just where it is that I am right now. This is where I sleep at night. But what about the rest of the 12 hours during the day? What is it that I'm doing then from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.? What does that consist of right there? What is it that I'm willing to do and put in towards my goal right there? And I know that this is just where I rest at night. But what is it that I'm doing during the day? That's why when I wake up, I shower, and why I do my hair, and I brush my teeth, and I wash myself, and I put on clean socks and clean clothes, and I make sure that my clothes are washed and that my clothes are clean and that I'm looking fresh. Why? Because this is who I am, and I know that where I'm going, that this is only temporary. This is just where I sleep. But what is it that I do for the rest of the day? What is it that my life means to me? This is not halting me. This is not stopping me. I will move on from here. I will continue to push on from here. This is why I continue, why my day is broken down into many different pieces. Part of the day is finding somewhere to stay. The other part of the day is figuring out how to increase my revenue. The other part of the day is thinking about and networking with people about increasing the production value from my videos and going on from there. This is not the end for me. And so many people coming out and laughing. The laughter means nothing to me. It means nothing because I know what it feels like to go towards your dream. And I know that, listen, there's a lot of hurt people out there, and hurt people. There's a lot of people out there who upset my campaign because when they tried to get help, they did not get help. And what I've learned from this is to set your net wider. Maybe the people who you were asking, maybe your net was too small. Stretch it wider. It's like, how do I put this? 266 no's, all you need is that one 267th yes. That's all you need is that one yes on the 267th try. It's like my video has 15,000 views. The original one I put up 15,000 views, more than 3,000 comments. But look, the people who have donated to my campaign have been 300 people have donated to my campaign. I didn't need 15,000 people. All 15,000 people are not going to agree with me. All 15,000 people did not feel like giving. All 15,000 people may not like me. All I needed was 300 people. Listen to what I'm saying. I did not need everybody. You don't need everybody to believe in you. Believe in yourself and continue to push on and set your net wider. Find other people. If they said no, if 15,000 people said no and 300 people said yes, then the 300 people is my focus. Thank you for that yes. Thank you. So it's like when you're pushing on towards your dream, everyone is not going to say yes. When you need something, when you're sleeping in your car, it's like listen, I asked before. When I asked, my network was a lot smaller and it's embarrassing to ask. When I had my surgery, I asked people for help. I did. And apparently I didn't ask enough people. And I'm sorry that there are some people out there who don't have a network as wide as mine, but continue to do something, try something different, keep pushing on. Don't let nothing, baby, don't let nothing stop you. Let nothing stop you. Keep pushing. If he and she says no, continue to ask and get the people who say yes. Everybody doesn't have to say yes. I did not need 15,000 yeses. Apparently, I only needed 300. So the GoFundMe is about 87% funded. And so, because I know that I will move on from here, I will be out of this situation, I'm continuing to push on to figure out what is my next step, where am I going to be after this, and how do I make sure that I never get into this situation again. And some of you are talking about, oh, why don't I get a job? You know what? We'll talk about that in another video. We'll talk about that in the next video. This one is kind of long, and I didn't want it to be this long, and I'm already starting to sweat. I didn't expect to go into all of that. Listen, I love you guys. Hug me. It's hot and I'm sweaty. But I love you anyway. Hug my sweat. Hug me while it's sweating. I'm so moist. Hug me. Oh. I love you guys so very, very much. Go out there and love one another. Most importantly, what? Love yourself. And remember, even if somebody, listen, 3 people say no, maybe all you need is that one person to say yes. 10 people say no, maybe you only needed 3 people to say yes. 15,000 people say no, maybe you only needed 300 to say yes. That is my testimony. People ask, can I continue to be a life coach after this? Oh, honey, my life is stronger than ever after this. And since I continue to talk, why is it that I won't get a job? My mind doesn't even work in job mode. I've never had a job. I've never had a full-time job in my whole life. My mind works entrepreneurially. How am I able to take this and turn it into something else? And we're going to see, listen, I will not be in this situation again. I will not be in this situation again. I'm going to make sure, you know what, but this is something that I needed. I needed this to happen to me because that eye of the tiger, honey, that eye of the tiger. See, I don't want to close up my car because then it just gets so hot in here. Let me handle this while you guys go on and start handling your business. Listen, get up and get at them. Go get them, baby. Go get them, honey. Go get them. TonyaTko, and I'm out. Peace.